I look all right? All right, perfect.
It's the Saturday Rundown, talking some Texans with you. Does 12 equal 80? How is this offense going to feed everybody? Tank Dell opens up about his offseason scary incident. And Will Anderson, well, quit pouting, Will Anderson. We'll talk about all that and more in the Rundown, brought to you by Platinum AC and Heating. Let's get into it. Does 12 equal 80 in Houston, Texas? Well, CJ Stroud seems to think so. At the podium this week, talking about his teammate Nico Collins, Stroud went to bat for Nico, said he was happy to see Nico's success, and then compared him to a GOAT.
First of all, I'm just proud of that guy. My brother Nico, he's shown up and shown out. When his number is called, he always makes a play. And he's a generational talent, man. He's like our age is Andre Johnson, in my opinion, of just how fast he is, how he gets in and out of his braces, releases, how strong he is. And I think last year was just a preview to what is to come for him.
Now, this definitely made me raise my eyebrows a little bit. I did the old Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the old eyebrow raise, and I was like, look, I can't see it. It's not there. I'm not there yet, and I won't be there for, a decade, okay, with Nico Collins. But the potential exists for Nico Collins to really carve out one of the best wide receiver careers for the Houston Texans. I mean, this is a young franchise. Andre Johnson's obviously going to be a Hall of Famer, and I don't know that Nico Collins is ever going to get on that trajectory, but could Collins go down as the second best wide receiver for the Texans in franchise history? Could he take over a section of time as the best wide receiver for the Texans? That would be Andre Johnson-esque, but I think we just forget. I think the NFL forgot for a couple of years just how darn good Andre Johnson was. 2 guys, 3 guys, running over guys, running through guys. I see some similarities. Nico Collins is not afraid of contact, and Andre sure never was, but it's going to take a few years, half a decade or more of consistent, reliable excellence from Nico Collins for 12 to equal 80. So I appreciate CJ Stroud standing up for his guy, going to bat for Nico Collins and comparing him to one of the best wide receivers in Texans history, to the best wide receiver in Texans history, and one of the best, most impressive wide receivers since the 2000s in Andre Johnson. It's just not there yet for me. I can't get there. Can you? Let me know in the comment section down below. CJ Stroud is going to have to figure out how to get the football to all these impressive wide receivers. No Andre Johnson, but he's got Nico Collins and Tank Dell and Stefon Diggs and maybe Noah Brown and maybe Robert Woods and maybe John Mechie and maybe Xavier Hutchinson. Oh, by the way, Dalton Schultz is on this team. And then there's Cade Stover if he plays well, and Brevin Jordan's coming along really nicely in his final year of his contract. And then Joe Mixon catches the ball out of the backfield, and you can kind of see how this gets out of hand pretty quick, and it becomes very hard to figure out who's getting what when it comes to this offense. Well, CJ Stroud, he's not worried about it, and he's leaning on what he knows and leaning on Bobby Slowick.
I get that question a lot from people just walking around just anywhere, Astro game, whatever. And I'm like, man, it's football. If you're open, you get the ball. And my thing is you got to pick your poison playing this. Like, who you going to double, who you going to cater to, you got 5 dogs who are able to get the ball in each given play, So I think it's fine. I know Slow has done a great job of being more creative and, has put different personnel packages out there, guys in different positions that going from inside to outside. I'm very excited to work with Coach Slow again. He's done amazing so far, OTAs, and will continue to do such.
Stefon Diggs obviously added to this team in the offseason, the big offensive acquisition for the Texans. And hey, Stefon Diggs, did you know you were coming to Houston and playing with a couple of ballers and Nico Collins and Tank Dell, and you knew it was going to be tough to get the ball to you all the time? Hopefully you understand that, right?
That's something I knew coming in, before I got here. Obviously knew that Nick had a hell of a year. Tank just got hurt. He was going to have a hell of a year. And it's always a balance. It's not my job to sling the field around. It's my job to call the plays. I just got to get open and catch it. So for me, it's not nothing I would worry about, considering, you do your job, you get the ball. And I feel like this offense is one of those offenses that got a lot of horses in the stable, you know what I'm saying? You let them all loose, we'll figure the rest out.
I really like Diggs' example, just saying, hey, we'll figure it out. It's not really something that is too horrible to learn. It's a good problem to have for a team. And if Stefon Diggs' other comments about, I just want to win, if that is all that matters to the Houston Texans offense, then it doesn't matter if Joe Mixon carries the ball 50 times and they throw 2 passes, or they throw 50 passes and everybody catches 10 of them. It won't matter. If they're winning football games, everything should take care of itself. And this offense can absolutely go to the next level. Think about who the third wide receiver was for this team last year. That was Robert Woods, who's sort of the fourth pass-catching option after Schultz and Collins and Tank Dell. But now you just kind of throw Stefon Diggs in there, and maybe the overall numbers come down for the Houston Texans wide receivers a little bit, but the efficiency should go up. And oh, by the way, I think this defense is going to be a key into making sure the offense is well fed. And here's what I mean. The defense gets the ball back for the offense, gets them set up and squared away to score more points. I mean, it makes pretty good sense to me. Does it make sense to you? It kind of does to me. Hopefully you're following along on that one. So I'm not worried about it now. Could we see some issues 4, 6, 8 weeks into the season? Yeah, I wouldn't put it past somebody being a little annoyed that they get open and they don't get the ball. But ultimately, CJ Stroud is going to throw to the open guy. You want the ball? Go get open. Okay? Pretty simple, right? Pretty simple. Hey, I want to take a second to tell you about my fantastic sponsor of this video, Platinum AC and Heating. Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating, just like you. He's a Texans fan. He watches the channel, but he's an air conditioning expert. From replacements to repairs to that tune-up to have your AC blowing as cold as possible all summer long, Dwyane can take care of you. If you live in an apartment, a condo, a house, a mansion, you own a building, Dwyane can help you out. He is an AC expert, and Platinum AC and Heating has the best prices and best service in town. 5-star rated on Yelp, Google, and 5-star rated by the Better Business Bureau. Dwyane will come out. He'll talk a little Texans with you, and he'll get that air conditioner situation squared away for you. Make sure your AC is blowing the coldest air possible this summer, and it's not working too hard, because when it works too hard, it spends your money working so hard. If it works easier and blows colder air, why wouldn't you call Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating and get that set up for you? Give them a call today, 832-777-3683. It's 832-777-3683, Platinum AC and Heating. One of those guys hoping to get open is Tank Dell, coming back from the broken leg last year and then the very scary incident in the offseason. Dell talked about it on a podcast before this week, but this week at the podium, some more comments from Tank Dell on the unfortunate shooting incident that occurred and could have been much, much more of a sad situation than it was. Dell obviously thankful for how it turned out and a learning experience for him. Here's Tank's comments from this week about the very scary shooting situation from his offseason.
Yeah, I give all the glory to God, for sure. It's been a blessing, nothing short of a blessing, just to be out there, just running around. I don't even have to get the ball, just running around and just running routes, just feeling love from my teammates. It feel great. It definitely, I don't want to keep reliving the experience. It definitely changed my perspective of things, like, hanging around, like just not even hanging around, but just being around the right group of guys and stuff like that, or being in the right situations. But, just wrong place, wrong time. So just got to live with it. I'm blessed, God blessed me to get out of that situation healthy. I was only down for like a week without just like working out, but after that, I got right back to work and I'm feeling good. So overall, I'm good. I go to church every Tuesday. I pray every night, pray every morning. I know I got God on my side, and that's the most powerful thing to have. I got God on my side, keep him first in everything I do. So I feel good. I got the right group of guys around me, keeping my head up, my mom, my pops, people back home, like my grandmother, everybody praying for me and just calling me, checking in every day now. Like, they just call. My grandma texts me every day now. Like, it's crazy. But it's like, it's good. I'm good. My mental's right, and I'm just ready to get back to work, ready to work. Definitely. So when it first happened, when I was in the hospital, that's the only thing I was asking. Like, am I going to be all right to play football? Like, that was my main thing. Like, will I be okay to run and play football like I've been doing? So once they told me, like, it was just like a through and through, like, once they told me that and it was like, you'll be good, I was good. I was ready to go. So
I can't even imagine what Dell went through in the moments it was happening and the moments after it. Obviously, he mentioned, his family and how they were feeling, how members of the organization were feeling as they found out about it. It is hopefully a situation that is a very small footnote in the Tank Dell story, and it is a potential learning opportunity. And he talked about it. I think he's going to take that and learn from it and hopefully not find himself in a situation like that ever again. That's kind of the way that he's put it. Wrong place, wrong time. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen anymore. It is unfortunate something like that happened. It was supposed to be a party, and I know various levels of parties, and it can get rowdy. It was supposed to be just a party, a celebration. He was hanging out with his friends, and that unfortunate thing happens, and it was almost a far scarier situation than it ended up being. Thank goodness, and as Tank Dell has mentioned, thank the Lord that it wasn't a worse situation. So I felt like it would be good to bring you Tank Dell's comments on the situation in his own words. Speaking of comments and situations, there's a new boss on defense, kind of. Azeez Al-Shire, the linebacker that the Texans brought over in free agency from the Tennessee Titans and played under DeMeco Ryans in San Francisco, he's going to be the guy that sort of sets the tone for the defense. He'll have the green dot, call the plays, and get everybody squared away. Will Anderson was one of the better players on the defense last year, and he was asked, hey, how's it been getting used to Azeez Al-Shire and the level that he expects out of his teammates? And I think you'll love what Will Anderson experienced with Azeez Al-Shire.
He's bringing us together as a defense and talking to us, holding us accountable, challenging us every day to get to the ball, to get off the ball, to make plays, all this other stuff. And, it's a funny story. The other day, like, all my years of football, I never had a line. Like, my thing is, like, I don't want anybody to send it to me. Like, I'm always self-aware. And so I jumped off sides, and I got mad at myself. And he was like, stop fucking pouting. And it kind of like, hold on, like, who are you talking to? Like, and it changed my, I respected that because I was like, bro, like, okay, like, I respect that because as a man and as a player, bro, we all need that. You know what I'm saying?
So funny stuff. Hey, get back on track. Get back out there. One play. Don't worry about it. And Will Anderson, like, oh, hold on. This guy, brand new teammate, he's going to come at me like this. I like that. I like that from Azeez Al-Shire. It shows a level of confidence and poise that he has. And look, Al-Shire's played a lot for DeMeco Ryans. I know that there's a great relationship between those two. Al-Shire's mentioned that he considers Ryans to be a father figure in his life. It is cool to have him on this team. And I think Agent Zero is going to be one of the keys to the Texans defense. I've actually gone over that in a previous video. If you want to check that video out, I'll throw it in the description down below. Also in the description down below, more information about our friends at Platinum AC and Heating. My guy Dwyane will take care of you, from repairs to replacements to just that tune-up with your air conditioner to get it ready for the summer, blowing the coldest air possible. He can take care of everything. When you need an AC guy, you need the AC guy, and that's my guy Dwyane at Platinum AC and Heating. Give him a call today, 832-777-3683. Put the number in your phone so that whenever you might have an air conditioning issue, call Dwyane and he'll take care of you. He will not let you sit around in a hot house with an AC that's broken. He will get you cooled off, and it won't cost you a ton of cold, hard cash. The best prices and best service in town. 5-star rated on the Better Business Bureau. Platinum AC and Heating, and my guy Dwyane. Give him a call today for any of your AC needs. What say you? You called out a coworker in a pretty new situation like Azeez Al-Shire did to Will Anderson. What'd you think of the rundown today? Let me know in the comment section down below. Appreciate you watching. Plenty more to come as the summer is here. Training camp creeps ever closer to us. So stay tuned here on the channel for all the fun stuff, getting you ready for training camp and the 2024 season. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Turn on the little notification bell so that you're also alerted to when new stuff pops up like this. Appreciate you watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I can't wait until we talk Texans again soon.